Coming up on Mountain News this morning, families and students across the Commonwealth may now be able to get some help with gaining access to the internet. And a new Eastern Kentucky business brings life back to a beloved space while honoring the woman who once owned it.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Well, good morning, y'all. It's 6:31. It's Wednesday. We are halfway through the work week, and unfortunately for y'all, this is my last day this week on air. Maybe that's a blessing, Cameron. I don't know. It might
Fortunately, I think that's the word.
No, unfortunately.
I mean, I can disagree.
Well, you can't.
You
don't have an opinion in this.
Just not allowed. Well, Dakota, since, I think I do because I'm the only one that's full-time in the studio right now, so.
I think we should just go to weather.
Yeah. Well, the good news out there this morning, we are dry, and that will continue into the afternoon as well. But we are watching out for some fog. Here's a live look right now from the WYMT studio. And as you can see, some low-hanging clouds and some fog back in the distance. So you may need some extra time as you walk out the door this morning. Temperatures a little bit chilly in some places. 46 for Grundy, 44 in Clintwood, 57 in Jackson, 52 for London, and 54 over in Somerset. We are dry this morning, and that dry weather will continue, all thanks to high pressure that will really continue to dominate our forecast. As we go into the afternoon, we stay dry under that sunny sky. Temperatures warming up into the upper 70s and lower 80s, but we are watching out for some rain chances by this weekend. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Dakota?
All right, Cameron, thank you. Kentucky State Police troopers say 59-year-old Danny Holland of Mansfield, Ohio, shot and killed 42-year-old Jason Combs on Sunday. Troopers say they received a call about someone dead on Elm Shoal Branch in the Combs community of Perry County. When officers got there, Holland reportedly told them he had gotten into an argument with Combs, which became physical. Combs was taken to Hazard ARH, where he was pronounced dead. A Middlesboro woman is facing 2 charges of arson after reportedly setting her husband's truck on fire last Sunday. Detective Barry Cowan tells WYMT 36-year-old Kendra Baker reportedly set fire to her husband's truck after learning she would be served with divorce papers. Well, this is a picture of that truck. It was parked within 15 feet of a home where 6 people were. Baker is reportedly on tape saying she hoped all 6 would burn down with the house. She was taken to the Bell County Detention Center and charged with arson, arson conspiracy, and 6 counts of wanton endangerment. And a Pike County woman was arrested after police say she pulled a gun on another woman she was arguing with in a gas station parking lot. Officers say security footage showed Kristen Chapman of Kemper pull into the L&M Mart parking lot, followed by another car. She could reportedly be seen yelling at the other driver. Police say the other driver got out of the vehicle and could be seen talking with Chapman. Chapman then reportedly walked to her car and pulls a gun from the back of her pants and pointed it at the other driver. Police say footage shows Chapman hitting the other driver in the chest with the gun before the driver is able to knock it away from her. She was charged with wanton endangerment. People using U.S. Route 119 in one section of Pike County will be finding lane closings starting today. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says the project will get started at about 7 o'clock this morning, so it's coming up near Pike County Central High School. Workers will add a lane on the inside of the median for drivers to improve highway speed. The north and southbound inside lanes of 119 will be closed at that location to accommodate the work. The work will happen during daylight hours, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. The project is expected to take about 10 to 12 weeks to finish. Families and students across the Commonwealth may now be eligible for help when it comes to connecting to the internet, thanks to the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program. Our Jordan Mullins talked with officials with the Kentucky Department of Education and a local school district about how the program will impact people across the region.
For much of eastern Kentucky, access to the internet is a luxury.
And in Kentucky, there are still spots that have availability issues, and local governments and the state government are working towards that resolve. But the largest problem is affordability.
That means many students are without an internet connection for homework and assignments when off campus. In Pike County, officials say many students have no internet connection at all.
We found that about 5% of our students didn't have any type of internet at all. and out of that percentage, we had a group of students that wouldn't even get cellular to their household.
The federal Affordable Connectivity Program aims to combat those issues, giving eligible families $30 off of their monthly internet bill and a one-time allowance of $100 for a new device, shrinking the digital divide.
Our students who have internet access beyond the school campus have an extreme advantage over those who do not.
And allowing equal opportunity.
We want those resources to be accessible on campus, inside of our schools, but beyond campus as well, especially inside homes.
Working to connect students for a better education. In Pike County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
The Director of Technology for Pike County Schools says every Pike County student is eligible for the program. To find out if your family is eligible, you can find more information on WYMT.com. Well, yesterday, Perry County Schools hosted a town hall to discuss the possible consolidation of Leatherwood and Viper Elementary Schools. Perry County Schools Chief Financial Officer Jody Maggard says the conversation was not new, saying the district has seen a decrease in students for more than 10 years. He says it needs to weigh the options and the time is now.
But now, with the decreasing numbers, I think the board and the superintendent and district administration are sort of weighing the options of if it's still feasible to be able to keep the school open.
Maggard says combining Viper and Leatherwood elementary schools could give students more opportunities like taking part in extracurricular activities. A new business in Prestonsburg is bringing life back to a space beloved by the community for years, honoring the woman who once owned it. From brunch to sandwiches, WYMT's Buddy Forbes shares the story of Sandy's Star City Cafe.
Floyd County business owner Sandy Smith played a big role in the big moments for many people in the Star City.
Happiest or most important memorable days of their lives, and everybody will always have a great little story to tell you about Sandy. She had a passion for taking care of people.
Channeling that care through cooking and catering until she died in March.
I just couldn't bear to see this little corner of the world go away with her.
Now, in her honor, a new cafe is open in her old corner of Prestonsburg.
We're still doing a lot of her favorites, a lot of her favorite recipes, and a lot of her biggest requests, and then we're adding on to the menu as well.
Sandy's Star City Cafe and Catering opened this month to keep a taste of her legacy alive, while serving something fresh and fun for families, celebrating the city it calls home.
Because we have such a unique presence and talent here in the world, and I feel like in comparison to these more larger and more exquisite places in the world, that gets looked over.
And while the panini and pastries are the talk of the town, the real plan is to create a cafe centered on community.
A kids cooking class so we can get our youth in here. I think over the summer that would be a great little program, and I've got the little chef hats and the aprons for them all.
Highlighting the town's tastes, talents, and tribes. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, the restaurant is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m., but Ryan hopes to see those hours expand in the future.
Dry weather continues across the mountains as we go into your Wednesday. As you can see on radar, we are dry thanks to high pressure. We are watching out, though, for some patchy fog in those valleys as you walk out the door this morning. Those temperatures a little bit chilly in some places. Most of us in the upper 40s and lower 50s. 46 for Grundy, 56 over in Pikeville, 57 in Breathitt County for Jackson, also sitting at 52 right now for London, also in Somerset. So we are dry today, also dry tonight, and really dry for much of the work week, but we are watching out for some changes by this weekend as more showers are going to be possible, and then a warm up by next week. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Dakota?
All right, Cameron, thank you so much. The time is 6:40. Still to come here on Mountain News this morning. Parents use a new survey to express their concerns for their children as they become more active on social media. Stay with us. That's just ahead this morning.